Well, g'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week we've got a fantastic adventure. We're kicking it all off at the Daly Waters Pub and we're finishing it in Mataranka. So once you go and get yourself a cold drink and get your feet up for the next 20 minutes or so, come and join Ellie and I for the adventure.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Alison.
We decided a couple of years ago that we'd work hard and save all of our money and start living life on our own terms.
So we bought a caravan and hit the road on a trip for two all around Australia.
So why not come and join us every week for our adventures?
Today we're on our way up to Daly Waters. We got a tip from a mate of mine in Western Australia that get up there early, that way you don't have any problems getting in. We should get there about 10 o'clock this morning, so we're pretty happy with that. I think they crack their gates between 10 and 11, but we'll find that out when we get there, spend the night, and we'll take you to the pub.
Well, after a fairly leisurely drive up the Stuart Highway, we finally made it to Daly Waters. We went and booked ourselves into the caravan park. It's a really simple process. All you've got to do is go into the pub, book and pay. There's no pre-bookings for this caravan park. It costs us $38 for the night. Then you go into the van park and they'll show you where you need to park just so they can fit everybody in. But it's got all the normal facilities that you find in van parks, toilets, showers. You can get fuel here at Daly Waters. There's also a dump point and access to water. And there's lots of quirky stuff to look at. So we'll go for a bit of a walk around, see what we see. Plenty of old quirky cars and sculptures around here made out of old metal. There's a couple of Ned Kellys over the back over here, and Kev the Saltwater Crocodile there is in the back. Snappy Kev, according to his diet chart here, he eats buffalo, chicken and naughty kids. Fantastic. Well, I suppose if I'm being absolutely honest with myself, there is a lot of junk that's just laying around out the front of the Daly Waters pub, but it does add to the character of the place. There is a museum that you can pay $6 and go and have a look at if you'd like to do that. And there's plenty of old signage, which we identified a few that we remembered from the past. Lots of old helicopter bodies and aircraft bodies, just some fascinating stuff that you can get a photo with. One thing that we did find intriguing is a lot of old World War II history here, and they've managed to bring some of the older buildings from Daly Waters and put those around the side as well. I think the post office is one of those that was included. But we're going to head into the pub now and have a little bit of lunch.
What do you reckon, Al?
Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's a little bit tidier than the Lion's Den, that's for sure. We've just found the centrepiece of the Daly Waters Pub, the Panthers banner.
After we finished exploring the pub, we ordered some lunch, we grabbed a drink and sat outside and listened to a bit of live music. There's plenty of things to see as you walk around the dining area outside. For lunch, I ordered this hamburger. It cost about $18. I've got to say, it was bloody delicious. I'm just sorry that this chicken wasn't on the menu as well.
So as you know, we've come to stay here at Daly Waters. We're just staying at the pub, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's not a bad place. Look, the red hot tip is to get here early, and they're right, because it fills up really quickly. We got here at about 10:30 this morning, and then from about then onwards, right through to about maybe 1 o'clock, it was just van after van after van. It really filled up really, really quick. It was quite surprising, in fact.
Yes, but yeah. I think most people have heard similar rumours.
Yeah, we went for a bit of a walk around, then we ducked down, we had a little bit of lunch. We're not going in for dinner tonight. The main reason for that is neither of us eat barra.
No, not a big barra.
Yeah.
And I think it's a big meal, and I'm not a big eater anyway, so
yeah.
I didn't want to waste food.
And we thought that lunch would be great. But one thing that we did discuss is if we were to come here again, we'd probably just pop in maybe and just have lunch and then just move on for the day, wouldn't we?
I think, yeah, if you're just travelling through and you want to stop and see Daly Waters for the place that it is and its quirkiness, it's easy to stop, park your van, go for a wander, enjoy the pub, and then continue on. But if you're going to stop and want to eat the famous beef and barra dinner, you might want to stop the night, because I think they start at 5:30 and you'd be driving in the dark, and that could be a little bit dangerous.
And also, if you want to have a couple of beers, you're within walking distance to your van, so
Yes.
that's great, yeah.
Yes.
But other than that, it's not a bad place to come and stay.
It's pretty good. It's a nice little stop. It's good to see and enjoy.
Yes. We're getting
An
up early in the
experience.
morning. We're heading up to Bitter Springs next.
Ooh,
And we're going to
yes.
spend a couple of nights up there, so we're looking forward to getting up there, but we'll show you all that tomorrow morning.
Well, it's very early in the morning. Well, it's very early in the morning Northern Territory time. It's actually a 6:45. The sun comes up just after 7. It's still quite dark outside. We're getting up and getting mobile pretty quickly today. We need to get up to Bitter Springs or Mataranka. We're just going to take our chances as we get up there and see which van park we can get into. It's about 170 k's from here, so we've got about nearly 2 hours worth of driving, I suppose. They don't take bookings up there, so you need to, it's first in best dress, as it is with a lot of these places in the Territory that we found so far, particularly on our drive in on the way to Darwin. I did ring the lady from Bitter Springs the other day. She said to me that they are chock-a-block by about 10:30, 11 o'clock. I think the way they work is they pretty much, as one person leaves, the next person just takes over the site. So we'll get hooked up and get ourselves mobile.
Well, we've made it out. We drove up from Daly Waters this morning, which, as we said before, wasn't a bad place to stay, but we'd probably only stop there for lunch in future, wouldn't we?
Yes, we've had the lovely experience of staying there and enjoying the quirkiness of Daly Waters, but yeah, next time maybe just passing by.
Yeah, this time we've come to the Bitter Springs Cabins and Campground, which is a fantastic place. It's only 500 metres up the road from the Bitter Springs themselves.
It is.
Yeah, so we're going to take you down there and show you those a little bit later on. We're definitely going to take the pool noodles down and go for a bit of a float. But just some other things about the van park itself when you come here. They've got some cabins that you can rent out. For us, it cost us $45 a night to stay here. They've got a car wash bay, they've got a kiosk, you can buy some groceries there like loaves of bread and that sort of gear. But you get a pretty good spot, and I'll give you a look at ours. You get a little bit of privacy because they put trees on either side here.
They do.
Yeah, it feels like you got your own space, you're not on top of each other. But other than that, great van park. Let's go and have a look around. This is the Bitter Springs Caravan Park, but they've spoken to the termites and they put their nests in such a way that it defines the road. It's unbelievable.
Very good. Smart termites.
Yeah. One very important thing you need to know if you come to stay here is you can't make a booking. You've just got to turn up and go for potluck. We got up here at about 10 o'clock in the morning and we were able to get a spot straight away. There was vans still coming in at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon,
Yes.
but she was chock-a-block by then. So get in early. They have powered and unpowered. We decided to go into power. We're washing everything that we own. Why not take an opportunity when you can?
Slight exaggeration.
And the water here is absolutely beautiful.
Yes, it is very nice actually.
All right, this is our site here. What are we on now? We're on 42, something like that.
42 with the Chinese
42,
washing.
and today on 41, another marble move in. Very exciting. Yeah, as we said before, we're washing everything that we own, but you get a great site. You're surrounded by trees. We've got just the office backed on the back of us there, which isn't too bad because you get no noise from the back. But yeah, pretty good, isn't it?
It is very good. It has been good actually.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it.
Yes. This is the camp kitchen at the Caravan Park. Fully appointed like you find with all of them, but you've got your fridge, electrical appliances, barbecues, tables, sinks. It's absolutely spotless. There's some information here about the area and what's on and around Mataranka. Yeah, you can come down here, you can enjoy a meal with some family or friends, or just meet someone new. What a great way to get together when you go away camping in a place like this. So we know a lot of people, when they come to Mataranka, they want to see Nathan Whippy Griggs. He doesn't play up at the homestead anymore. You've got to go to the Rodeo grounds to find him. There's all the information about it if you want to go. Scattered throughout the campground, there's plenty of showers and toilets. Everything around here's a dirt road, but they run a water truck, which keeps all the dust down. He comes around 3 or 4 times a day. It's pretty good. Plenty more powered sites down here. We'll walk down and show you the unpowered section. Okay, so as you head further down towards the river, you'll find the unpowered sites. There's not many in here tonight. Yesterday this was just chock-a-block. There's little communal campfires that you can use throughout, and they all come with a barbecue plate. Well, some of them come with a barbecue plate. But yeah, good spots in amongst the trees. Absolutely no good for your solar down here. You'd have to be very, very lucky to get some sun on your panels, but it is what it is. But yeah, great spot to come down. Very, very peaceful, and right near the river we can do some fishing. to the springs from the Caravan Park is absolutely beautiful. This is just some of the river that you contour as you go down. Eventually you come down to a little crossing at the end of the road, and over you go, and just follow the road down to the springs. But this is beautiful. Tip was 100% correct. We came here yesterday, there was about 50 million people jammed in here. Couldn't see the water for the noodles. But today, there's just a couple of people down here. The water's really warm. It's absolutely beautiful. Check this out. What I love about it most is there's always a hint there just might be a crocodile around here. You never know your luck.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
It is nice.
Just drift along in the morning, it's very nice.
It's nice and quiet.
Yes.
So we're going to take a quick drive out to the Mataranka homestead. You have to come out here if you want to go to the thermal pools on this side of town. We've heard some mixed reviews. Some people think they're a bit more like a swimming pool out here, but we're going to find out for ourselves. We're certainly going to show you. So we'll head out to the homestead now. You can't go right to the day use area anymore because it got damaged by flood. So you just park in the homestead car park out the front of the Caravan Park. Anyway, let's get down there and check it out.
Just heading down to the thermal pools at Mataranka. It's very resort-like, isn't it, Elle?
It is very resort-like, yes.
It's actually quite a nice walk, so we'll walk down. So there's two things to see here. We're going to go to the thermal pool, and we're also going to look at the Rainbow Springs. What do you think of the pools at Mataranka?
They're nice, they're different to the springs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit more like a swimming pool.
Yeah, it's pool-like.
Yeah. It's got a sandy bottom though.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Channel kind of thing, you know what I mean?
The thermal pools here in Mataranka, they're quite small. I imagine if it was very busy, there'd be thousands of people in there.
Yes, I wouldn't want to come at a busy moment.
You'd be very hard pressed for room. Yeah, I think I prefer the ones that are down at Bitter Springs far better than these ones, but it's everyone's personal choice when you come down. This is great for young kids. They come in and float around. It doesn't have that movement in the water, so you're not flowing along, you're not getting all dragged along.
Yes.
So yeah, that's quite nice for that. It's very shady down here, and the water's warm.
It is warm, yes.
Yeah. Oh, definitely worth to come down here and soak your bones for a while, definitely.
Yes.
This is the Rainbow Spring. It's very, very beautiful here. You can see the water being poured up from underneath the ground. Yeah, what a nice spot this is. You can't swim here though. We decided that we'd go down to Stevie's Hole, which is 1.3 kilometres away from where the thermal pools are here in Mataranka. But just like anything, you're only walking 1.3 k's, but when you don't know where the end is, it seems to take 5 hours to get there. But anyway, I'm sure we're getting close.
It feels like forever.
It does. It's a very well defined track though, you can see it here. So pretty easy to follow. Anyway, we'll show you what Stevie's Hole looks like. Oh, I can't say that. We'll show you what it looks like when we get down here. We thought while we're on this endless journey to find Stevie's Hole, that we just have a quick talk about the township of Mataranka. Yes. It's a little bit of an oasis in the desert, isn't it, Elle?
It is.
You drive a long way to get here coming from south, and it's probably only about an hour south of Katherine though, but where we come from, coming up from Daly Waters, or from Three Ways, it's about 500 odd k's of a lot of nothing.
546 back to Tennant Creek or something like that on the sign.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just one of the small stopovers where we can get fuel. Fuel's actually pretty reasonably well priced here. On the day that we were here, it was I think about $2.14 a litre. So we're definitely going to throw a couple of litres into the tanks, but not a lot, because once we get up to Catherine, it drops down to about, I think it was $1.86 or something, wasn't it, for diesel?
I found on the outskirts of Puma for $1.87.
Look at that. But
bargain.
there's certainly, here you can get general groceries, there's an IGA and all those sorts of things, so if you need to top up with those because you're not going any further north, might be a good place to do that. We just bought a loaf of bread at the Caravan Park, which was quite reasonably priced, wasn't it?
Yes, it's a friendly grocer here.
Yeah.
And they do abide by public holidays. So today's public holiday, they're not opened.
Yeah, that's something you need to be mindful of if you come from the cities. In the public holidays in these country areas, just about everything closes completely for the day. So anyway, let's keep looking for Stevie's hole. We finally found Stevie's hole. It's a beautiful little place to come down and have a look. You can't swim down here, it's closed for at the moment because of dangerous current and the ever emergence of crocodiles. So I'm certainly looking for that. But it's worth the walk down, isn't it?
It is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice walk. It's not a hard walk.
No, not at all.
It's quite nice to come down and actually have a look.
Not at all, but you can see there's been a lot of flood damage here from the wet season. So anyway, I'll give you a look around. So here it is here. I think that when it is safe for swimming, it'd be a nice place to come down and sit and relax. And apparently you can follow the pathway along here for, I think it's about another 2.5 kilometres or so, and come to another area very similar to this. But just at the top of these steps, and they're closed at the moment, there's some loos up there. I think all of this area was marked on Wikicamps as being closed, but yeah, it is a beautiful place to come down and have a look at it now.
It is, it's beautiful.
We're still at the Mataranka homestead, and we've come over to check out the wee of the Never Never homestead, which was rebuilt and put here. Here's the information board, and as usual, everything in the outback is just a little bit harder to read.
Well, as I said, I couldn't get any information from the sign, but I did look up some information for you. The homestead that you see here in the pictures is a replica homestead. This was in fact built for the 1982 film Where the Never Never, but that was based on a real life account, or a book written by a lady called Jeannie Gunn, accounting her real life experiences of moving out to the Elsley station near Mataranka in 1902.
Well, that's it for this week's episode. We really hope that you enjoyed Mataranka, but in particular Bitter Springs, where we stayed here. It's been absolutely fantastic.
It has been wonderful.
Yeah. If you liked today's episode, please hit the like button. If you've got any questions or comments about today's episode, hit us up in the comments section. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so, because it allows our channel to go. But before we go today, we want to do a shout out.
We do need to do a shout out.
We recently found out that a young lady named Remy from the Sunshine Coast is a big fan of our channel.
She is. She's quite a big fan of Steve and the channel.
Yes, so we'd like to give a big shout out to Remy. We understand that you're up at the Cape at the moment. We hope you're having an absolutely unbelievable time up there. We love the Cape when we're up there, and we hope that you enjoyed as much as what we did.
Yes, enjoy your time, Remy, up at the Cape along with your mum Tammy and your dad Jason. Have a wonderful time.
For sure. All right, well, until next Saturday, you have yourselves a great week. We'll see you at 9 o'clock. Bye bye.